Okay, welcome back to the Sam podcast. This is going to be a new series that we are going to do. I cannot get a guest right now because it's 12:47. I would next time I'm gonna try and get Lucas to do it if he is up to it. If not, this probably isn't gonna go on because I feel like it would be a lot, unless it is entertaining on its own. But I feel like it's a lot less entertaining if it's only one person doing this. If it's entertaining at all, it might not be. So, my plan is to create a new series where I read and analyze the Bible in a purely uh I don't know this I don't know the word just purely like not religious take. Not inherently atheistic, but yes, that's probably actually a secular. We're gonna read the Bible. We're gonna read the Bible and analyze it secularly from a secular lens. We're gonna yeah. Okay. So where we left off, we were at the descendants of Shem. We just before read the Tower of Babel, which is the one where they create languages. Oh, you know what? This is just a genealogy. So I think, right? Yeah, so just gonna skip over that. This is another genealogy. Oh, wait. Okay, no, it's not. Or yes, it is. But now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. Haram. And Haran begot Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, in Ur of Chaldees. And Abram and Nodor took them wives. I don't know if this is just like an older variant of English or if this is just a bad Bible and it just took like why not use the word there? I feel like it's doing that on purpose because whenever it uses a word that wouldn't be in Old English, it highlights it like the word just like the other word just is so like outdated that they might as well just use the irregular one because it would be very difficult to know what it meant. Like they do it here with R, had. They do it here with. They don't do it here, but yeah. But I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna stick with this Bible because it lets me zoom in on it, which I haven't found any that let me do that before. So let's see. Abram is important to the Bible, by the way. He's this guy. He does like something, and this is the base for the three major religions of the world. Not the three major religions, but three major religions of the world, the Abrahamic religions, which I guess there are more than three of technically, but usually you would think of it as Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, which Islam and Judaism aren't actually even like major anymore. I'm pretty sure it goes Protestant, but I'm going to count Protestant Christian because it is under Christian. So Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, and then Islam, I think, is how the religious goes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, keep this guy in mind, which is why I'm reading over it because they mention him. Otherwise, I would skip a genealogy. And Abram and Nador took their wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah. And the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Isaac. Isaac's also important. And so you'll notice that in the Old Testament there were only like three, maybe, if they ever mention a woman, it's mostly that just they just exist as a wife to give birth, or they're a prostitute. In any other context that a woman is mentioned, usually they're either being raped, sold, like sold off to marriage, mostly treated as an object, other than a couple specific scenarios that happen a lot later in the Bible, where there's this one character named Ruth, who I believe has like a very close relation to Jesus. But again, Catholicism kind of forces the relationship between them and Judaism. Honestly, when I read this in school, they as we got closer to the existence of like Jesus in the New Testament, we were reading these Old Testament verses, and like they were mentioning characters that are in the New Testament, like Mary, like they mention Mary's like cousin, and then Mary in the New Testament knows the cousin. I don't think they directly mention Mary in the Old Testament, but they mention somebody who's related to Mary, which I think is kind of weird because if that is true, wouldn't the Jews like follow Catholicism if there was a genetic like connection between the two of them? And then she's mentioned in the Old Testament, but again, the Old Testament is not the Torah. The Old Testament is the Catholic variation, which is why I think, because I'm not like, which is why I think we should get Sam in here, because Sam's Jewish and he knows about the Torah to some degree, but I don't know where it splits off like between Judaism and like I don't know like the cutoff point in the Old Testament where it becomes like out of like original Jewish lore and goes into like the Catholic canon. I hope I explained that well. If not, whatever. So he's important, is what I'm getting at. Isaac. But Sarai was barren, meaning she can't have a child. She had she had no child. Yeah. And Terah and took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth from Ur of Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran, and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. So, yeah, I guess that part was important. Was this part important? Not really. This just shows that these are his like relatives, Abram, who is important. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and I will make thy name great, and thou shalt be blessed. And thou shalt be a blessing. And I bless them that bless thee, and curse him and curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abram departed, as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed from out of Haran. And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and all the souls that they had gotten in Haran. I don't know what this means. Oh, I think it means that they're like taking people with them. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't remember that happening. I read a different Bible, which are usually close to the same thing, but I don't know what the differences are. I could look that up later if it comes to it. Like, the story has some kind of significant difference to this one, but so far it's just been wording, and there's been some more detail in this Bible than the one that I had. And I'm pretty sure different Bibles cut out different sections. Like a lot of Bibles probably will skip out on a lot of the bad stuff that like goes against Catholic doctrine. I'm not sure if this is true, but I know that there is a portion of the Bible that like where God gives a woman like an abortion, like the woman gets pregnant, and God tells her how to make an abortion potion to abort that pregnancy. So my assumption is that some Bibles would probably cut that part out based on modern um, understanding of abortion, and how people tend to not like it based on the Bible, and sometimes not based on the Bible, but most of the time, it opposition to abortion is fronted by evangelical Christians and just even regular Christians who believe that in like thou shalt not kill, which is another thing that I want to get into, but I guess I could wait until we get into Exodus and God tells Moses the Ten Commandments. So that's a story for another day, unless it comes up a lot more in between then and now. Exodus is the second book, I believe, so it won't be that long. It actually probably will be pretty long. So, yeah. And they went. Sorry. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. Came. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Sichem, unto the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram, and said, Unto thy seed I will give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east. There they builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed, going on still towards the south. Ooh, Egypt. Ooh, I don't think this is the one with Nebuchadnezzar. It is not. Nebuchadnezzar is in the book, I think Judges, the book of Judges, because Nebuchadnezzar is the pharaoh at a time. I don't know if a real pharaoh or like just one of those made up names. I'm sure it was real, because Catholics like to brag about the historical accuracy of the Bible, despite it not being, even though it might be used as a historical reference, it cannot be just taken as full truth, considering a lot of the battles depicted in the Bible have meteors falling down onto the bad guys and magic walls falling and like literal like religious magicians like who like turn staffs into snakes and stuff. So it's not really good for historical reference, but it is it is in some specific cases. So Abram in Egypt. And there was a famine in the land. And Abram went down into Egypt and saw him there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he had come near to enter into Jesus, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when Egyptians shall see thee, that thou shalt say, This is his wife, and they will kill me. But they will save thee alive. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that when Abram was to come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld that woman was very fair. The princes of Pharaoh saw her and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house, and he entered Abram well for her sake. Abram well, and he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen and he asses, and men servant and maid servants, and she asses and camels. Asses are like donkeys or mules. I think they're donkeys. Yeah, they're donkeys. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh. That's foreshadowing. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with the great plague. Oh, well, what? with the great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And the Pharaoh called Abram. I don't know what that means. I don't know what plagues. Uh, the Pharaoh, not like the plagues from Exodus. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Why saidst thou, she is my sister? So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now therefore behold thy wife, take her and go thy way." And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all that he had. So I believe that what happened here is that I'm trying to remember exactly what this means. I'm pretty sure that why saidst thou, she is my sister? I don't know what saidst. I assume saidst thou means why did you say she was my sister? What? Why? And the Pharaoh called Abram and said, "Why?" Let me go back. And there was a famine in the land, grievous, and it came to pass, look upon fair. Okay, here. Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman. Therefore it shall come to pass when the Egyptians see thee. Yeah. So basically, what's happening is she is the wife, right? She is her wife. She is his wife. And the Egyptians, he says that when he enters into Egypt, I don't forgot because God instructed them to go to the land of milk and honey, or not. It's not called that yet, but go into the promised land, and he's going there, and they have to pass through Egypt, and since Abram's wife is Sarai, Sarai is supposed to be very beautiful, and Abram says that they will want to kill me when we pass through Egypt, so you have to pretend that there is the sister, so they may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live. I think that he's gonna. I don't know if they're just saying that he's the sister so they don't kill him, but then they're gonna sell her, or if they just get to pass through because she's the sister. You know? Like, are they gonna sell her off to be married? Or are they just gonna, like, pretend that what happens? Okay, so, and Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me she was thy wife? Why saidst thou, she is my sister? So I might have taken her as my wife. Now, therefore, behold thy wife, take her and go away." So, okay, so basically, I think what happened is Pharaoh sold the woman, like Pharaoh like bought her with all this stuff, like the asses and the manservants, right? But then God was like, "Oh no, no, no," and then God like plagued the Pharaoh, like, and did some bad stuff to him. And then the Pharaoh's like, "Why'd you trick me? Why'd I get scammed? Get out of here with your wife. I hate you." So then they just like leave with a bunch of stuff. So yeah, pretty much. Abram and Lot separate. Oh, Lot is important later on. He's at the one where they say anal sex is bad, which it was not really what actually the original translation was, but that's a story for when it comes up. So, and Abram went out of Egypt, and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south of Bethel unto a place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar which had been made there at the first. And there Abram called the name of the Lord. And Lot also went which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents. And Lot also, which went with Abram. Oh, so that's a weird sentence that they added in, because like it's all this does is clarify that the person that's being compared to with also, or not compared, I guess, like just like the person who is being called by also is like, this is Abram, which is like necessary. So like the sentence in like modern English would read out, and Lot also had flocks and herds and tents, which is, so I don't know. I feel like I could probably read a better version where there's none of this like stupid stuff. But whatever. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so they could not dwell together. So basically, they're gonna have to part ways because they're both super rich. They both have a lot of money. So, yeah. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Adar. Oh, so. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's cattle and Lot's cattle, and the Canaanite and Perizzite dwelt then in the land. So basically, the people who like their slaves don't like each other, so they have to leave. Because like they're both taking up the same resources to feed their animals, and they're fighting over it. So it's too much for the land that they're on to bear. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife. I pray thee between me and thee, and between my herdsmen and thy herdsmen, for we be brethren. We be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. So he's saying, like, if I go this way, I'll go the other way, so it's perfectly fine. And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan. Jordan is a place, not a person. That it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord. Wait. I have to look something up. 2 of the 5 cities of the plain referred to in Genesis 13:12 and rebel against him in the battle of Siddim and Chiblanger. What? Oh, okay. There. Oh, that's weird. They're mentioning it early. What page is this on? We're on page 29. Oh, they're just like mentioning it early for some reason. Huh. Very weird that a book would like name drop something that hasn't happened yet, as if we're supposed to know what it is. Unless I just read it wrong. Let's see. I don't even know where I was. I probably should have checked the number on the side. Whatever, I'll just read from here. I don't care. Wait, I'm here, right? Yeah. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between the herdsmen and my herdsmen, for we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, and okay, so I'm right here, okay. And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plains of the Jordan, that it was watered everywhere, For the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest Zor. See, they name drop this, but this happens in chapter 19. So, kind of weird. Then Lot chose him all the plains of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. Oh, this is Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was and the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up. Oh, I think they're gonna come back to what Lot is doing right now later on. Lift up thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward and eastward and westward and southward, from all the land which thou seest. To thee will I give it, and to thy tribe to seed forever. So basically what's happening here is God is promising land, which will be sought after by the Jews for like a while, like probably for the rest of this book. They get there eventually, but they get kicked out a few times. That the promised land, which to be quite honest with you, isn't even that like sought after now. Oh, well, I guess it is technically, but that's for different reasons. It's not necessarily sought after for the same reason it is here nowadays, because this land isn't that good anymore compared to other places. But at this time, this land would have been exceedingly just wealthy and like fertile, but you know, not anymore. And I will make thy seeds as dust of the earth. So like they go here, but then they have to leave, and then they get sent back later. But like it takes them like fucking 40 years to get there, despite the fact that it took them like a week to leave. So and they have to fight like 50 wars to get there, and it's like, ugh. And they end like slavery along the way. So you know, not I mean, not cool, but you know, it's a little bit much. Let's see, 30 minutes. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then thy seed also be numbered. So basically here, he's promising Abram that he's gonna have like tons of kids. So he's saying that like for every piece of dust on the earth, that's how many descendants you're gonna have. So you know, that's a lot. This is like a covenant. He's promising him land. He's promising him kids. Arise, walk through the land in the length of the. Walk through the land in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. And Abram removed his tent, and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Herobrian, and built there an altar unto the Lord. Abram rescues Lot. Don't remember this, but okay. And it came to pass in the days of Abrengabu's king, and Shinar Arioch, king of Esalar, Chemladabim king, and Elam the title king, and the title king of nations. And these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and Brisha, king of Gomorrah, Shineb, and Adam, and Adamah, and Shember, king of Zemaboy, and king of Bela, which is Zor. All of these were joined together by the Vale of Siddim, which is the Salt Sea. 12 years they served Chemador, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year, came Chemador, and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaim, and the Asherach, and the Zuzim, and in Ham. See, Ham is one of Noah's sons. which I remember if you were here last time, you'd know that, because like I had kids, and one of them's name was Ham, and I remembered it because it was a funny name, and the Eminem in Shavith, curious, and the Horites in the mountains of Ser unto the. Is this just like? It's just the genealogy, except it just tells you where people live. Uh, uh, and there went out the king of Sada, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Adama, and the king of Zeboiah, and the king of Bela, and the same as Zor. Same as Zor. Why not just call it Zor if, like. And they joined the battle with them in the Vale of Siddim. And the Cherlimar, the king of Elam, with title king of nations, and Arabara of Sinar, and Arioch of Elisar, and the 4 kings with 5. I don't know what that means. I think that means there's 4. I don't know. I don't care. Let's think into it. Slime pits. And the Vale of Saddam was full of slime pits, and the kingdom of Saddam. I think that slime pits might be referring to brothels. Maybe? I don't know. And the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, and fell. I don't know. I don't think it is, because why would it be referring to brothels in like the middle of a war story? And they fled and remained to the mountains. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their victuals, and they went away. Victuals means like food and stuff. That's a vocab word for my Huck Finn quiz. Huckleberry Finn. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn quiz. That's the one where he frees a slave. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came one that had escaped, and told Abram the Hebrew. So Abram is now like a Hebrew, I guess. For he dwelt in the plain of Marmar, and the Amorite brother of Ishal, and the brother of Anir, and these were confederate with Abram. We don't like these guys. Not cool. Because they like slavery and stuff. That's not a biblical thing. I just, And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his brother, being Lot. He armed his trained servants, born in his house, 318, and pursed them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them to Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. That's what the point of Damascus. Melchizedek. Okay. And he brought back all the goods, and brought again his brother Lot, and the goods, and the woman also, and the people. So he pretty much just stole a bunch of people and made a bunch of slaves. Melchizedek blesses Abram, sorry. Sorry, wait 1 second. Oh, that's funny. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's not working. You know, at Night at the Museum, when there's that, like, in the first one, when there's that one scene, I don't know why I thought of this, and there's just, like, the Twin Towers in the background. I think it's funny how I can't think of any movies that don't revolve around, like, the war in Iraq and 9/11 that show just, like, the Twin Towers just existing on their own. I feel like it might have been in Home Alone, but I mean, just thinking about that, it's kind of like, Did you know that George Bush cannot remember what he was doing or where he was at the day that John F. Kennedy was assassinated? it's kind of weird because based on his filing and location reports, he was actually in the vicinity and area of where John F. Kennedy was when he was assassinated, meaning he would have been in the exact same place as John F. Kennedy, based on where he would, because of where he worked. They had that on file. That being in CIA, I think. And why is You can also ask why the CIA director is now the president, was the president of the United States, or why CIA director at the fuck. Never mind. But just saying, it's a little fishy that Bush has no idea where he was. Georgie Bush, had no idea where he was the day that JFK was assassinated, despite him being on site of the assassination. In the region of the grassy knoll, mind you. Meaning he was at the grassy knoll. So, or he would have been there if he could just remember where he was. I think that's kind of weird. But also speaking of Bushes, 9/11, as I was saying before, you never really see any movies with the Twin Towers in them. So think of that what you will, other than Night at the Museum. But everyone does know that Ben Stiller did have some affiliations with ISIS. But ISIS had nothing to do with 9/11. But he did have some affiliations with Osama bin Laden as well. So think of that what you will, and you know, they didn't hit the White House, but they hit the Pentagon. So you know. How many of you have seen that, like, the video of, like, the presidents at the school, and they're on, like, 9/11, on the day, and then, like, the guy just walks in and he just, like, whispers in his ear as he's reading the book to the kid, and he's like, they flew a plane into the, they flew a plane, they did what? They flew a plane into the Twin Towers. What? They hit the Pentagon. I don't know why I thought of that, but, yeah. I do believe that Bush did have a lot to do, or something to do, with the assassination of John F. Kennedy. I also do believe, and it has been pretty much confirmed, that the CIA killed, or the FBI, or the CIA, I don't even remember which one, they killed Martin Luther King Jr. They shot him. And I watched a very interesting documentary about it, where the day after, there was the window that they said that the guy shot from, there was a tree blocking it. So like the police cut down the tree, and then the day that he was shot, like after he was shot, they cut down the tree so they could just say that he was shot from that window, even though it's likely he was shot from somewhere like else, like by the side or something. Same with, like, Lee Harvey Oswald, for example. He killed shit. I'm messing up my assassins here. Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald, say he killed John F. Kennedy, hypothetically, but the location of the guns didn't match up with the location of himself, like, in regards to where exactly he was. So it really just doesn't make any sense. Like, most people don't believe he did it. I mean, and you go into the assassination of Martin Luther King. The King family doesn't believe that the guy who allegedly assassinated Martin, I guess not allegedly, because it is by law considered that he did it. The guy who was supposed to have assassinated Martin Luther King did, and was arrested for it, did not assassinate him. They want him to get out of jail. They fight for that fact, for him to get out of jail. The Martin Luther King family, like, they apologize to him for the false incarceration. But on that note, Bible, the Holy Bible. Melchizedek blesses Adam, And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and the kings that were with him at the valley of Shava, which were the kings of Dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest most high God, most high. He was the priest of the Most High God. Another example of the Old Testament referring to multiple gods, because the Most High God in a sentence implies that there are other gods that are less high, which I touched on in the last episode, that the Old Testament confirms that other gods do exist, but the Judaism itself does not follow those gods, but those gods do exist and have power. But the Jewish God just is the strongest one. So yeah, and he was the priest of the Most High God, and blessed be him, blessed he be, and he blessed him. Okay, and he blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abram, the Most High of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, and bless the Most High God, which hath delivered enemies into thy hand, and gave him tithes of all." And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, "Give me the persons, and take thy goods to thyself." And Abram said to the king of Sodom, "I have lifted up mine hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, possessor of heaven and unto earth, that I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latchet." They didn't have shoelaces, "even to a shoe latchet, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich, save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portions of the man which went with me, and Eshkol Meremer, let them take their portion." So they're pretty much like dividing the spoils, thanking each other because they just fought a war against like Chicharon or whatever that place is called. So yeah, but they're being kind of humble here. A son promised to Abram. So again, his wife is barren. Abram's wife is barren, I believe, right? Yeah. So Abram's wife is barren. She can have kids, but God promises that she will have a kid. So she's gonna have a kid, I guess. Let's see what happens. After these things, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward." And Abram said, "Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless?" Yeah, so he doesn't have kids. I remember he had a kid named Isaac, but I don't think he has him yet. "And the steward of my house is Eleazar of Damascus." And Abram said, "Behold to me, thou hast given no seed, no kid, and lo, one in my house is mine heir, one born in my house. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he shall come forth out of thine bowels shall be thine heir." So that means that his own son will be his heir and not one of his servants. So, and he brought him forth abroad and said, "Look now towards heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them." And he said unto him, "So that will be thy seed." So he's telling him that your children will be as numerous as the stars. So he'll have as many kids as there are stars, which, it's a lot of kids. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, "I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of Chaldees, to give thee this land to inherit it." And he said, "Lord, whereby shalt I know that I shalt inherit it?" So, how will I know that I'll inherit it? And he said unto him, "Take me a heifer of 3 years old," which is it's like a type of cow. I'll look one up. So it's like a type of cow. It's like the fat cow, you know what I mean? Like the really, yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's like the best cow, you know what I mean? It's like the cow you want to eat. Milk. Cow feed. Ooh, this is some. It's the laughing cow. No, but that's a cheese brand. I'm pretty sure this is Greek mythology. Wait, what is this? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I know what this is. They said that a red heifer would be born. Yeah. How the prophecy fulfilled after the red heifer. So there's like a prophecy, and the red heifer. It's kind of funny. There's like a red heifer born in like a temple or some shit. Ooh. What's this? I don't know. It's just a funny prophecy thing. No one really cares about it. I think no one cares about it. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about it. That's a big cow. Ugh. What is this? Cow ball sacks? That's a lot of milk. Like, that's a lot of milk. This one has like fucking haircut. You should give him bangs. That would be funny. um. Oh, you know what's a really cool picture? Look at how big bisons are. These things are massive. Like, look at that. Oh, that's a fake bison, I think, is it? I don't even know. But these things are massive. Like wild ones, not even domesticated ones. Buffalo. Like, yeah, look at that thing. They're fat, they're strong. Oh, Jesus. Kid runs. Is this a video? Oh. Why does the news think so funny? Is this Oh. That's funny. Why does this news article have? Is this the news? What is this? I don't know. I don't know why they like, unless it's the only audio they can get. Well, this guy's just being a dick. Oh, that's a tranquilizer. Okay, never mind. It's a dart. Oh, you know what's even cooler? You don't think of moose as being that big, or you do, but these things are like much bigger than you think they are. Like, look at that. Oh my god, look at that thing. That thing is massive. Like, these things are huge. Like, look at that thing. The thing's head is like the size of that guy's torso. Like, you don't realize how big these animals are until like you encounter them in the wild, and usually you're not like this thing's head is as big as this woman, and usually you're not encountering these things in the in the wild, but you know. Well, that's an elk, but like look at those horns. I know there was a species of elk that used to exist. It went extinct for obvious reasons once you hear what I'm about to say. So its antlers would get so big that the antlers would either break off, or like they would just like crack under their own weight, or the animal's neck would break, or the animal just can't like get up anymore, like it can't hold up its own neck anymore, and it went extinct. Obviously, it had some massive antlers though, unnecessarily large. Like they were so big that it was just a hindrance to its own survival. It went extinct. So, you know, Pretty cool. See, thing about Oswald is, though, he was in the military. He was kind of crazy. He got arrested before. He's obviously the prime suspect if someone's going to be doing this, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it's like. Also, he worked for the Russians, I'm pretty sure, some shit. I'm pretty sure they thought he worked for the Russians. Which, I myself am kind of like, not inherently opposed to the Russians or like communists, but I am opposed to, yeah, like, yeah. I don't necessarily like what they did a lot of the time, but that comes down to a form of governance rather than ideology. But that's a story for another day. This is a Bible read aloud. Let's see. And he said unto him, Take this heifer of 3 years old, and a she goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old. See, oh, never mind. And a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took them with him, and divided them in the midst of, and laid each piece one against the other. But the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, Know of the surety of thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not their heirs. So that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. So that's like not no bueno. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with the great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in the good old age. But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down, and it was dark, behold a smoking furnace, and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. And the same day the Lord came in a covenant with Abram, they get used to calling him Abraham. Abram, saying, Unto thy seed I have given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river of the Euphrates, and Kenites, and Kezites, and Comadites, and Hittites, and these guys are important later, and I think they're all important later, but, and the Rephaim, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, important, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites, Hagar, and Ishmael. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, bare no children, and she had a handmaid, an Egyptian whose name was Hagar. Ooh, this is about to get, spicy. And Sarai said unto Abram, Behold now, the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go unto my maid, it may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. So, basically, Sarai can't give birth. And she wants Abram to fuck her like, slave. And, get the slave pregnant. And then use that baby as their own. And just say it's like theirs. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar the maid the Egyptian, after Abram, and dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband. Abram to be his wife, her husband Abram to be his wife, and he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived when she saw that she had convinced her mistress was despised in her eyes. I don't know if I just read that wrong, but I'm not gonna reread that. I don't even care. And Sarai said unto Abram, May be wrong upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judge between me and thee. But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, my maid is thy hand, to do her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. And the angel of the Lord found her by the fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain of the water, by the way of Shur. And he said to Hagar, Sarai's maid, Whence camest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, there's an angel here, by the way. Return to thy mistress and submit thyself under her hands. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, and that it shall not be numbered for a multitude. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and his name shall be Ishmael. God shall hear, which is the definition of the word Ishmael. Because the Lord hath heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man, and his hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. And she called the name of the Lord, and spake, I fucking hate that, spoke unto her, Thou God seest me, for she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me? I just hate the way this is written. I gotta find a better Bible for the next time we do this so we can actually read this shit without it just making up words like spake and seeth and shouldeth, beeth. Like, they're talking like that one episode of SpongeBob where they just say, Patrick ith cometh here. Let me find it. SpongeBob. What are they called? What are the things called where, like, they do the medieval fair? Renaissance fair. I think I spelled Renaissance fair wrong, but... I think they say it here. This is Facebook. Okay.
I'm glad that's over.
So, I'm gonna see if this works. If you pause it every, like, couple seconds, it, doesn't copyright strike me, so I won't have to edit this section out. But, if I do have to edit some of it out, I'm hoping this part stays in, so at least why is this Facebook?
Look! Some employees from the restaurant came to help us!
Arrest these people!
Ladies! Doing it, Oh my god, SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob so much. Oh, you know what? Here's a full episode. Oh, it's like a...
It's mutton-tastic!
The wizard's paces away from swords, sorcery, and bad hygiene.
So, yeah, it's like... I'm pausing it again just in case.
Right this way, please.
Excuse me, my good man. I believe thou meant to say, righteth this wayeth.
Yeah, they did it. Righteth this wayeth. He wants to kill himself, because they said righteth this wayeth instead of right this way. Because they think... Yeah, he's like a wage... So... This guy is a salary man, and he's making minimum wage. He himself is probably not going to be able to afford retirement, right? Like, look at how old he is. I can't tell, because he's a fish, but... This guy's probably middle-aged, which is probably why he's so suicidal. And this is what a capitalist system will do to you. You're either a sponge in this world. You're either a SpongeBob, you're a Squidward, or you're a Patrick. Patrick are like the homeless guys. You know, those or they're the guys that aren't smart enough to live in a world like this, but they don't necessarily deserve what they are given because they are dealt a bad hand usually. So it's not necessarily Patrick. There's this guy, there's Patrick, there's Squidward, and there's SpongeBob. This guy was obviously dealt a bad hand at some point, or made a mistake at some point in his life. So we're gonna say Patricks are the people who I guess there is no Patrick really. I guess that's a bad analogy, but you're either a SpongeBob or a Squidward. You either love work because you think you believe in the capitalist system, or you are a Squidward and you believe in the capitalist system, or you hate work. And usually, because you don't believe that. I'm trying to say that there's no upward mobility. Despite what people will have you believe, with being taught the American dream in schools, there is no upward mobility. People like this are going to stay like this. People in extreme poverty are going to stay in extreme poverty in the United States. Lower income Americans are much less likely to go into the middle class, especially now. And, well, it's a lot of times it might be systemic racism. It might be they just can't afford to do with something. They might have had a medical issue in their family and they had to stop working, stop going to college just to support that one family member who may have gotten ill or fallen ill. Our system does not support economic growth. It does not support, like, upward mobility. It supports the rich, the already rich. And I think a way to fix this problem, which is not going to happen, I know it won't, but there are a lot of examples where it does happen. So it's called I forgot what it's called, but I'll explain the system to you. It has worked. It does work. It is a system that has been proven to work, and it is a system that is proven to sustain everybody in the industry. Let's take, for example, a pizza place. If you own a pizza place, let's say, let's get out a calculator. So, you have a pizza place, right? Let's say per day you make $600, right? And no, sorry, let's say you make $1,500 in a day at a pizza place. Let's say this is your year's profit. Successful pizza place. We're gonna go successful pizza place. You staff you staff 2 waiters and 2 cooks. So minimum wage would imply that this would be 15 times 8. So that would be $120. And $120 for 1 day of work, right? Now this times, so let's say they work 8 hours a day. This is full-time worker. Wait, what's 9 to 5? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry, 9. Oh, a 9 to 5 is 9-hour workday. So let's just go with an 8-hour workday. So $120 a day for every day you work. 40. How many weeks are in it? Now I feel stupid. It's 52, right? Yeah. Times 120. $6,000 per year. I feel like that can't be right. Right? It isn't right. No, it isn't right. I was looking up the number of weeks so that I could find 52 times 752 times 2. That's why I was wrong. So 261. Also, we're assuming the minimum wage is $15, and we're in a state that follows the federal minimum. That doesn't follow the federal minimum wage. It's $7.25 per hour. So that times 15. Sorry. $30,000 a year. And this is assuming you're in a state that has a $15 minimum wage. If you're in a state that has a $7.50 minimum wage, which is the federal, I believe that's the federal currently, you make half this amount working a full-time job, so $15,000. But let's say you staff 5 people and your company makes what was the number before? I don't feel like it was something like that, right? You have this much. If you divide that evenly among yourself, the owner, and the 4 workers you have, each of you go home with $110,000. But how much was it? Like 30,000? That times 4 would be 120. Meaning, you are going home with $430 of pure profit as the owner of the restaurant. Let's take out that much in utilities. You're still making $330,000, which is 10 times the amount that your workers are making. For what? Owning it? I mean, it just doesn't make much sense that you, as the manager, should make more than the people that are doing all of the labor. Labor is bought. Labor is what is bought and sold. Working is, in itself, a form of... It's just like a sale. The richer people are buying labor from you to work a 9-to-5 job, or to work whatever job you have. They're buying your labor and selling it back to you at a fraction of what it's actually worth. Your labor would be worth $110,000 if you work at this pizza place. But if you don't work at this pizza place, right? Or no, I'm sorry. If you work at this pizza place, this is how much your labor is worth. But the owner of the restaurant decided that your labor is actually worth $30,000 based on the minimum wage, and meaning that the $110,000 that your labor is worth, he decided that, or the state technically decided that $30,000 or $15,000 depending on where you are, that's how much money he's stealing from you. $80,000, because you have 110. Your labor is worth $110,000 because that's how much you contribute to the industry that you work in. And then your boss decides, oh, I'm only going to pay you $15 an hour for all the work that you do, despite the fact that you probably work harder than me. And then that comes out to $80,000 he is taking from you and adding into his own pocket. This is a hypothetical. Let's say you work in a factory. Factory makes $10 million a year. $10 million a year. It has 20 workers. I don't actually know if this is good. I'm just going to use this as another indicator, or another hypothetical. This probably doesn't even exist anywhere, but they're paying you, let's say they're paying you a $10 minimum wage, so No, we'll just go with the $15 minimum wage because that's $30,000. Paying you $30,000 a year, so 30. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this actually. So this is how much money this industry makes in profit, or this is how much it makes per year, like just straight revenue. This is how much your industry will. This is how much this is how much your boss thinks that your labor should be worth, or this is how much he is forced to pay you if it's the minimum wage in your state or area. And that is how much money and this is what is left. This is what is left. That much, let's say like minus a million. Oh, I think I did 100,000. Shit. No, I didn't. Wait, let me. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I did 10 million. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so minus a million. That's $8,400,000 going straight to the owner of that factory, saying this factory isn't owned by a greater corporation, which those profits will end up going to him, and the manager of this company would probably make $100,000 or $200,000 of this money, and this money would go to a greater corporation, such as Amazon, for example, where that one man is making billions of dollars, billions upon billions from tons of these factories, which probably make more money than this, but again, it's hypothetical. So that means if hypothetically this factory is owned by one man, right? This is his own. This is all he does. He's making $8.4 million. But how it should work is that you make 10 million in profit, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have to divide that equally among all the workers. Everyone should make there, hypothetically, $476,000. Take away like $100,000 for expenses. Everyone there should be making, like business expenses, $376,000. That's how much everyone there could be making. Again, it's not going to work like this, and this is just a way that it should work, or a way that would make it more fair. And a lot of people out there will say, oh, well, it's not fair. Like, if we go back to this guy in SpongeBob, right? Let's say that at the fair that they're at, how many people work here?
Isn't this exciting?
In the joust. You're in the joust.
1, 2. Let's say.
Don't you?
Like, look at this. There's like the king, the queen. There's the king, queen. Let's say there's 5 people working at this Renaissance fair. Let's say there's about 300 people in that crowd, right? Let's say a ticket's $20. $6,000 a day. Split among 5 workers, right? None of these workers are happy. We'll go with like 10 workers, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a bad hypothetical again, but what I'm saying is the way an industry should work, and I have examples of it actually working, is that the profit from an industry should not just all go to the worker or the owner, because that is theft. That's wage theft. They are stealing from the individual who owns the money. That's just wage theft. It's straight theft. Your boss is stealing from you. He is stealing your money. All that labor, all that work. Your boss is stealing from you. Okay? I'm not good at explaining, obviously, based on what I've done before, but let me try and sum this up. Your boss is stealing from you because the price of the labor that you are selling him is worth significantly more than what he is selling back to you as an individual. And that's just the way our system has been set up to work, and certainly is not fair, certainly is not good for your average working man, but really only benefits the top 1%, even less than that in modern society right now. Like, all these companies will use slave labor and stuff, and people will be like, oh, well, whatever, it's not in America, but, it might as well be, because, like, what exactly is a border, to a country? These preset boundaries between cultures and governments which should technically be non-existent, if at all, but again, I do believe that our world should just have one joint border. There should be, again, there is no utopia. There is no perfect system, but I think there are better systems, and I think this is my idea. My idea is the best system. I say that jokingly, because maybe it's not, but it is definitely better than the one we have, and it has shown to work in other industries. I've seen examples of it. I don't necessarily have those sources off, like, on the top of my head, but I've read about many industries who have implemented the ideas that I've had. Not industries, but many, like, smaller shops, like pizza places and, like, personal companies where they split the profits of the company in between the workers. So then all the workers are making, like, salaries that you would otherwise need to have. Like, you would need to be in, like, upper class or something, or, like, a higher class of people who were born into it, doing the same job that a normal worker would do, like your average, like, McDonald's employee. They're making, like, a middle-class salary from McDonald's, like, job. Not a McDonald's, but, like, that type of job with that kind of qualification. So it's just insane to think that, like, it has been shown to work in the past, but people still just, due to Red Scare propaganda and, like, still anti-communist sentiments or anti-socialist sentiments, people still believe that people still think that it won't work or it can't work, despite the fact that there is evidence that it has worked. Another example of this is the homeless problem in America. In America, such a significant portion of our population is homeless, more than any other developed country in the world. And that's because we refuse to help the homeless people because of our anti-communist sentiments that have been implanted in the American mindset since the Red Scare. And we believe that you have to pick yourself up by your bootstraps, despite the fact that that just isn't possible. You have to be born into it. And you can't pick yourself up by your bootstraps. It just doesn't work like that, Like, God, it just makes me really upset. But, you can't pick yourself up by your bootstraps anymore. That's not a thing that happens anymore. If you're a black man in America, like, what are you gonna do? Just end racism? Like, that's something that's very hard to do. Racial biases are always going to exist in the world, and it's just something that's hard to work around. You can't get out of extreme poverty because there are so many things that are working against you. You can't get out of homelessness because there's no way to get out of it. If you're addicted to meth, right, people will say, oh, there's so many social safety nets in line for you that you could get out yourself, right? You could get out of homelessness if you just quit meth cold turkey, right? But you can't really do that because all the social and safety nets that are in place for homeless people that have become homeless because of drug use, for example, that they don't, like, they're in their poverty because they're impoverished because they're impoverished because of the drug use, let's say. That's why they're impoverished. That's why they're homeless. Not impoverished, homeless, right? They're without home. And the social safety nets that are in place need, like, one of their, like, things that they have to have. You have to quit cold turkey. Like, you can't do any kind of drugs from that day forward. But, you know, that's very hard to do. Quit cold turkey. One of the initiatives that they have in Finland is they actually give houses to people with no conditions. A lot of Americans will say, well, it'll just turn into a crack den or a meth house or whatever. And it's like, that's not how it works, really. That system, which has been tested in America and has been shown to work and be cheaper than our current methods, which is one of the most important parts of it, the methods we have in place to stop homeless people cost much more than it would to just give these homeless people houses. Giving them the house has been shown to be a more effective way to get them out of homelessness. They're able to have a place that they can get their checks mailed to from their job. They have a place that they can live, sleep at night. Because a lot of homeless people will spend like a third of their life just in prison because if you sleep in like on like a park bench, you get arrested for like 3 days in jail. So they'll end up spending like a large quantity of their life just in prison, just for being homeless. Because just the fact that they don't own a home gets them arrested, because they can't just sleep on the side of the streets because they'll be arrested. Or they'll be like, and there are homeless shelters. Those are dangerous. You can't go into those because it's just, they're too dangerous. You'll get some of your only belongings stolen. You might get sexually assaulted by other men if you're a woman, or if you're a man, you might also get sexually assaulted by another man. You don't like, or by I guess by a woman, probably not, but like it's just scary for them to even go in there. Most homeless people are scared to go into homeless shelters because it's just such a terrible system that we have in place in America, which is why our homeless rates are so much higher. Like, politicians will say, oh, well, they have to do it this way, otherwise they're bad. But like, this way hasn't worked. This way has never worked. So what are you gonna do about it? Like, you're just gonna keep it the same? Like, during the Great Depression, Herbert Hoover. Sorry, is it Herbert Hoover? I just said Herbert, and I thought of like the Family Guy. I don't think it's Herbert. It is Herbert. I don't know why I thought that was wrong. Herbert Hoover, he, during the Great Depression, he just said, oh, we'll just keep everything the same. The economy will fix itself. Don't worry. But it didn't. And it took Franklin Roosevelt's now what would be considered communist, because he gave social welfare to people and got them out of poverty manually using help of the government. He would be considered an extreme leftist nowadays, despite the fact that he had some very good ideas that definitely got our nation out of the Great Depression. And I was reading the Bible. Wherefore the wall was called Beer, Alaroi, the wall of him that liveth and see me. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered, and Hagar and Baram a son. And Abraham calls his son name with Hagar and Ishmael. And Abram was 60 years old. 7 years ago. I do believe that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by the guy who killed him, so, there you go. Oh my god. Yeah. And Abram was 60 years old, and Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am Almighty God, walk before me, and be thou perfect. And I will make thy covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be called Abraham. this is when he starts calling their covenant implies that he will be from now on called Abraham because he's like a new person, father of the multitude, father of great multitude, because he has so many kids now. So, or he will. For a father of many nations have I made thee, and I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed shall be in thy generations, for the everlasting covenant to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, and I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee, and the land wherein thou art a stranger, and the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. So this is why Israel is fought over by like Palestine, because in their God promised the Israelites, or Abraham, who will be his ancestors will be the Israelites, the land of Israel, or the promised land, and in this text right here. So it's like that kind of caused some conflict because both groups of Palestine and Israel believe that they own the land. By the way, I am on the side of Palestine because Israel's kind of done some fucked up shit, and it's not very nice. Like they just killed that the press lady, and she was like wearing the press uniform, saying that she can't be shot, and she was just shot by an Israeli sniper because she's Palestinian, and they were being like they don't like Palestinians. So it's like it's just a stupid big war between nuclear powers, and stupid war, yet important war. And God said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou shalt, and thy seed. Did I read this? Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after the generations. This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you, thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. This is circumcision. This is where it comes from, kind of, I should say. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. So, if you're a Catholic and you're circumcised, you're probably actually just circumcised because of an old thought that people had. This is for men in the audience, of course. It was a thought that circumcision would actually stop you from masturbating, right? This is like, it would stop you from being able to masturbate, because doctors would say, oh, you can't masturbate if you're circumcised. So parents would be like, oh, I'll circumcise my kid. And then, this is like in the 1800s, and then those kids, obviously you can masturbate when you're circumcised, but that's just like a fallacy. But then the parents were like, oh, well, those kids eventually who first got circumcised, like the Christians, they would be like, oh, I'm circumcised, so might as well get my kids circumcised, and the same thing, on and on and on and on. So, also, it's kind of a health thing. Not really, though. Like, it's not that if you're not, like, circumcised, you have a dirty genitalia, but it definitely makes it a lot easier to clean, or to stay not dirty, I should say, than it would be. But usually, you should be cleaning your genitalia with or without circumcision. So, there's really no reason for it to matter, because you're supposed to be cleaning it either way. So, there's no such thing as dirty penis unless you're a dirty person. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt you and me. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. So on your 8th day of life you shall be circumcised. Every man child in your generations, he that is born in your house or bought with money. So if you buy a slave of any stranger, which is not thy seed, he that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must need to be circumcised, and all covenants shall be by your flesh for everlasting covenant. So, funny thing about this is there's a guy in the Bible later on. His name is Samuel, right? ironic because it's a Sam podcast, but Samuel was a strong warrior. He was blessed by God. He had the Nazareth vow or some shit, and so it said that he couldn't cut his hair, and he became like really powerful and like unkillable pretty much if he didn't cut his hair or drink wine, right? So he went on to, so God told him, I believe this was God who told, no. So one of the kings said to him, bring me back the foreskin of 100 Gentiles, I believe, and you'll be given a reward or some shit like that. I don't even remember what happened. No, I don't know. So he killed, or I don't know if he killed them or not, but he circumcised, he gathered the foreskin of like 100 other soldiers that he killed or fought against, and he just collected the foreskin, you know? It's kind of weird, because that they like foreskin so much. But, you know, Sam has his foreskin in a jar in his backyard, just buried. Pretty fun fact about Sam, but, you know. He that is born in your house, that may be bought with money, is circumcised. Speaking also, Christians will say that the Bible is a source of great, like, wisdom, and it should be used for morals and stuff. But the Bible never actually says that slavery is bad. It just tells you how to be a good slave owner. But it never actually says that, like, it tells you how to be a slave owner. It never says that slavery is bad directly. You know? Like, Jesus never frees a slave, I don't think. And, like, the only slaves that actually get freed are the Israelites. But they end up taking in their own slaves after they're freed, so it doesn't even matter. In fact, they probably already had slaves, like, by their first day, so, you know. And the uncircumcised man whose flesh of the foreskin is not circumcised, that his soul shall be cut off from his people, he hath broken the covenant. And God said unto Abraham, As for Cherie thy wife, thou shalt not be to call her Cherie, but Sarah, princess, shall be your name. Yeah, that's why her name sounded so weird to me, because it's Sarah. And I will bless her and give her thee a son. Also of her, yeah. What? Yeah, I will bless her, and she will be a mother of nations, and kings and people of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? So he's saying, like, oh, my wife is 100, how is she going to give birth? And shall Sarah that is 90, or I'm 90, or I'm 100, and we're old people, how are we going to have a kid? And Abraham said unto God, Oh, that Ishmael I might live before thee. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him a fruitful and multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he begat, and I shall make him a great nation. So this is the 12 princes. That's important later with the story of Joseph, I believe, but not Jesus Joseph, but Joseph. You know, yeah. He gets sold as a slave at some point too, but that's for a later date. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little quieter. And I will make him a great nation, but my covenant I will establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this time in the next year. So Ishmael is now Isaac, I think. I forgot. I'm kind of tired. It's pretty late again. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that he all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in the self same day, as God had said unto him. Yeah, Genesis 18 is long. I think we're going to end it here. Well, I hope that was enjoyable. It is a hour and a half one of the shorter than last time, definitely. Last time we went for 3 hours, but you know, what are you gonna do? We talked about some pretty cool stuff. Honestly, let's let's talk about other topics instead, because I'm getting kind of tired, and the Bible isn't necessarily a stimulating book. At least this part isn't, if it ever is. When we start to do the Jesus stuff, it's probably going to be even worse. I want to get into the book of Revelations. I think that would be very cool. In fact, we're on page 37. Let's take a preview of the book of Revelations. Proverbs. Let's see. Jeremiah. Oh, is this only the Old Testament? Nope. That's the New Testament. Acts 14. Actually, yeah, Revelations. The revelations of Jesus Christ, which gave unto him. This is a little preview. So, like, the book of Revelations, a lot of Catholics don't consider it to be canon. Because there's, like, witches and wizards and shit in it. Or they took some of it out of the canon. Because, like, you know, witches and wizards and shit. So. Yeah, I guess we're not doing Book of Revelations today. Is there a glossary? Or a table of contents? Let's see. There is not. So yeah, that could get annoying later on. So I'm gonna have to find a different Bible with the table of contents. And some better English skills. Genesis 18. So yeah. What should I talk about then? Because I don't want to go to sleep yet. I gotta fix my mouse sensitivity. That's a good sensitivity. Okay. Now. What's this? Oh, this guy looks strong. He kind of looks like Jim Carrey. That's funny. Not in this one, though. Is he black? I can't actually tell if this guy's black or not. I think he is. Unless he isn't. Who is this guy? He does something with a pole, apparently. Indian. Gamma, the great Indian catch-can wrestler who challenges to meet the champions. I gotta think of something fun. Oh, how about GeoGuessr? I'm trying to GeoGuessr. Unless I have to sign in which case... Can I just play free now? Okay, let me just... I'm gonna sign in, but not on camera. So... I'm just gonna open up a new tab. Fucking internet. Wait. This is free, right? Better be free. Why the fuck is it making me play it on my phone? Oh. Okay. Uh. Hmm. There we go. Okay, we're back. Shit, does it not let me? Does it not let me show GeoGuessr? Um. That's fucking annoying. I gotta look something up. It's not letting me show it. Maybe I don't have game capture set up. Oh, I bet I don't have game capture set up or some shit. Let me see. I don't want that. Oh, there we go. I don't know, something was weird about that, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to do this then. Let's go back. No, I'm good. Fine, I have to play the tutorial. Let's go. Okay. Huh, I wonder where I am. Oh. Okay, I guess it wasn't there. I wonder if this is the Statue of Liberty. Huh. I believe that this is the island, right? Is it? Shit, I don't think it's on Governor's Island, is it? That's something I should know. It's not Ellis Island. Here it is. Am I right? Oh, yeah. How'd I know? How'd I know it was the Statue of Liberty? It's almost as if the only thing in New York that it would probably want me to see is that's iconic would be the Statue of Liberty. Let's see. Is this Washington, D.C.? Oh, no. It's probably the Sydney Opera House if it's Australia, right? Oh, what a shocker. Wow. Little does she know she's in the tutorial for GeoGuessr. I don't know where Sydney is. Right there. Oh, wow. Wow, that was close. Okay. Let's do famous places. Let's go. What is this, Italy? Frozen watch to go, sandwiches and toast. Can I like turn my camera? How do I turn the camera? Oh, my fault. Spain. I think I'm in Spain. Multimedia. I feel like I'm in Spain. Is that Mickey Mouse with a gun? Oh no, that's a guitar. Oh, I have 5 minutes. Il Berstas. I'm either in Italy or Spain. That looks like Spain, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know what famous place this is. Is that the Hagia Sophia? I swear to fuck. Oh, you know what? This is Italy. I've been here. I've literally been here. Oh my god. I swear to god, if this isn't it, I swear that I've been here. I don't know where in Italy it is. Shit, I forgot where it was. Damn it. I don't think I'm in Rome. I'm just gonna guess right there. It's Italy, right? Shit, it's Montenegro. I have not been here. I don't know why this place looks so familiar to me. It's not Montenegro either, though. It's, fucking Serbia. What is that? Oh, Croatia. Huh. I wonder where I am. So if Statue of Liberty Island is right here, it's not right there though. It's right here. I might be. So that island is that one. Right, that one is that one. So that means I'm probably right here. Somewhere around there. Yeah, I was literally like right on top. I wasn't though. I can't see where I is, but okay. Okay. Something's a little buggy. Oh, am I out of time? What? Oh, that was a glitch. Wow. That's probably fucking parrot. Oh my god, I'm one behind. It's glitching out on me. This. Oh, I have no idea where Paris is. I wonder what country I'm in. I've probably been in this building. Oh, does it not let me outside? It's not the White House, is it? It's George Bush's manor. Oh shit. Fucking glitchy ass camera. I don't know. I'm gonna guess somewhere on the east coast of the United States. Oh, you know what? I think this has something to do specifically. Jesus Christ, I don't know what happened there. I think this place has something specific to do with FDR, maybe. Fucking Margaret Thatcher, what the hell? It's not, but, you know. Maybe it's not oh no. This is just some kind of... It's in DC. Probably. Probably DC. Just gonna guess right there. Oh, was it actually just the White House? Huh. So, yeah, I did pretty bad. Let's go again. This is South America or China. Shit. Shit. Let's see the people. What race are they? Oh, is that a lion? Oh shit. If those are... Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see what kind of animals it's a statue of, if any. Those weren't even animal statues. I think this might be India. Oh, that tree though. Gotta find some writing. So now let me go in some places. I gotta find. I think this might be India. Because that tree. Yeah. I'm feeling India. It's in Asia. We're gonna go right there. It's gonna be like in there though. Watch. Oh my god, I called it. Aw. Aw man. man. Darn it. Okay, fine. Let's see. Do Wikipedia races, I guess. Yeah, this guy right here. So we're gonna go to Neolithic Revolution. I don't want to do this, but I guess we're gonna do it. London School of Economics. Beaver. Yeah, I don't want to do this. That's so stupid. Is there a way that I could just play this? No. How much is pro? I'm not doing that. Wait, what if I do? Yeah. I don't know why it's not letting me move, but I can't tell anything from this. This is like weird. Oh wait. Oh, that's stupid. No, I don't want to play any of these. City Guesser. Oh, City Guesser. That's the one they play in school. There we go. This is like a game. Oh shit. Japan. I think. I gotta see some lettering. It's everything so blurry. I don't know, these guys look kind of Japanese to me. I mean, by the way they're dressing. Here we go, Tokyo. Guess. Ooh, Osaka. That's Osaka, right? That looks like where Osaka is. Yeah, it is. Where's the video? Here in South America. Boy, that's Thursday. That's good to know. I wish the video quality would go up a bit, but, you know. Yeah, obviously, but that music is more in South America. Mexico. I think it's Mexico. God, I can't see any of these people's faces. Boy, this was looking cheap. C-class. License plates. Yeah, we're not in Spain. I don't think we're in Mexico. We're in little tiny. Some Spanish. See if we can tell the regional dialect. That's right there. Country. That's the same country. Wow, I don't know why my Wi-Fi is so bad at like 3 a.m. when no one's using it. CDMX. But she's white. I don't think that guy was white. That person's tall. I don't know what that is. License plate? No front license plate. White. Oh shit, I missed that language. Yeah, this is not America. This is not America. Any colors, flags. Mexico City. What is that? California. I actually don't know what they have cactuses. This might be Arizona. West Coast. If it's America, of course. I swear it's video quality's like bad on this. Obviously, you can tell by how much it's buffering. Wi-Fi seems to be not doing well. New York? Probably not. Probably Europe. Canada? No front license plates. Russia, Ukraine, Baltics, Balkans, I'm sorry, Balkans. I don't know what license plate that is. This place looks kind of happy. Not gonna lie. I don't think it's the Ukraine. I don't. It's, oh, it's they don't use Cyrillic alphabet. They don't use the Cyrillic alphabet. This is very scary. They use the Roman alphabet. Germany? Shit, this is they were speaking some wonky language, but they didn't look depressed, so it couldn't be everything was so happy. They don't use Cyrillic, so it can't be anything. I forgot. Yeah, I saw the OLAD. I thought German would be whatever 2 dots, but what country is this? Euros. Okay. Pounds. Sorry. Yeah. That's a great guy. That's a great guy. That's what a great guy. That's what a great guy. That's a great guy. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, I don't know. 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 Muslim. I just saw the red flag. If you know what Turkey's flag is. God damn it. I knew that they didn't speak Arabic in Turkey too. This is Italy. I've been here. I don't think it's Rome though. Barclays. Those people are black. I don't think there's any white people here. But that's an Xbox ad. That's a white guy. What if we're in South Africa? Yeah, because I don't recognize it. Is that a Bojangles? The restaurant. It might be the South. It's so good. If this were less blurry, I could probably figure out what this is. Or at least I could figure out if it wasn't the South. Just sharps. That guy is... I can't make out that guy. That's FIFA. 2000... I don't even know what year that was. Oh shit, what the hell is that thing? Investment Holst 2013 Alvin Square. I don't know where Alvin is. UK, it's in the UK. Whatever. FDC. Europe. Or I guess North Africa. Who's car? That's garbage in Spanish. Fuck. What? What? No. Look at that. Oh, God damn it. That says group. Ugh. Buscar means garbage. So, I don't know what it spells. Yeah. I can't read that. I wish I could. I should have. Donuts. I don't know what that says. That's a church. I think we're in the South. Maybe. Historic downtown Wytheville. I don't know where that is. We're in the South. We're in the South United States. Well, that's what kind of state is it? If I recall the other states. We're south of Virginia. I believe that we are south. We are north of. We're not Florida. I don't see any Spanish moss. I think this might be Mississippi. Maybe. If I can tell what state we're in. This is the South 11, based on that street sign. Restaurant. I can't read any of this stuff. I know we're in the American Southeast. I would have to guess. There. I was close. Closer than I was with Britain. Oh, well, the sound just lagged. This is Russia. Or Ukraine. These tenements. Probably maybe the Balkans. Let's see. License plates are long. Not gonna lie, this place was probably Soviet and then the USSR at some point. I'm just so blurry. not blurry on your end, on like the recording end. That's kind of, or it's not as blurry. Huh. That's weird. Maybe what maybe me recording is just fucking up. Right there. We're gonna be like fucking right there. Oh shit, that's much farther east than I thought. But I got the country right, technically. Kind of. At least I said it. I've never seen a road sign like that before, and there's no front license plate. That front license plate thing's gonna be a bit of a hindrance, because no, I can't. We're in the USA, okay. I don't know my state flags. That's a Confederate flag. That's a Confederate flag, I think. So we're in the South. Little Rock. Shit, where's Little Rock? Isn't it like Little Rock, Kansas? I don't know. We're in the U.S. South, I believe, based on the state flag, unless this is Little Rock, Arkansas. We're in Arkansas. I feel like we're somewhere over here, honestly, but... Oh shit, wait. No guns. Shit, show it, please. Please. Shit. Charles Bussy. Ooh, that's not a nice word right there. 1987. I don't think this is Arkansas, but that's the only place I know with Little Rock. I don't know the state flag for Arkansas. I mean, the Greek architecture makes me feel like this place is important. Like it's a big city. Right? Like this is some kind of city. But it's not bustling. Shit. What the fuck is this? The Lion King? Is this New York? What flag is that? That looks like a French flag. What the fuck? Is that an embassy? Are we in Washington? This guy's like snickering at me. Street buttons. This place is obviously more well provided for. Like it has high taxes, like richer people. They have art outside because that light button. It's not a poor place, that's all I know. And Arkansas isn't necessarily known for being wealthy. And if there were front license plates, goddamn. What's that? Grand tier, upper seating, grand star. I don't know. I just don't know. It's not gonna be Arkansas. Oh shit. Shit, I knew it. I knew it was Little Rock, Arkansas. I should have guessed that to begin with. Is that Jesse Pinkman? That guy, I missed him. Let's see, Britain, Decker bus. Or in Ireland. Dublin. So he's not Northern Ireland. Oh shit, I got the town right. I said Dublin. I didn't guess Dublin. I should have guessed Dublin. Ah. Silly me. Oh, that guy's happy. Attic. Not England, not American pedestrian. I don't think they're speaking English. That guy's got a fucking Nazi sash on. I can't read that. I don't know. They're either speaking heavy British or another language. What's that thing? It's looking out of the water. There's some brick buildings next to a glass building. High shapes. Prince Quay. Princess Quay. Nando's. Is this Spain? Nando? Express. SNS. Furleys. I don't know. I don't even know if this is in Britain or not. It's Europe. That looks like British stuff. I think we're in a coastal town, obviously, a fishing village of some kind somewhere. This could be Ireland again. I think this is gonna be my last one. Next one I get that's like close. I'm gonna do when I count what's close. Like if it's like, you know, I'll tell you if it's close or not. Ask Italian. This is not Italy. That street sign. I've never seen one of those. I don't want to do this one. Oh shit, it was Britain. I should have guessed coastal. That's my fault. I didn't count that as close. Oh, Italy. Nah, probably not. Shit, probably Brazil. Honestly, I don't care for this one. I'm just gonna. Oh shit, we're in Thailand. I just saw Thai words. Right in the middle of Thailand. Shit, I got the country right. I count that as close. Just because I got that one so good.
Jerusalem. On dirait pas une autre mort.
Dubai. I'm gonna go for Dubai. I don't really care. This is either Turkey or Dubai. Trust me. Trust. I just don't know what fucking Dubai is. I thought I knew what Dubai was. I guess I didn't. So. Old something. Oh shit, that's just walked in the truck. Please look down. It's not American, I can't tell what language that is. That's a white guy. Is this Israel? Wait a second. That guy's taking pictures. Tourist country. That's the first hijab I've seen. So. Is this Israel? Shit, this is gonna be Turkey. Yeah, this is gonna be Turkey. I'm pissed, but I'm gonna guess Israel. Israel, Lebanon, Turkey. I should have known that. France. I don't like this place, so I'm just gonna guess France. Germany. No. Oh yeah, Germany. see, not America. Person. White. Sandwiches. Great sandwich deals. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is Ireland. Just a guess. Wow. I can tell by the architecture. I'm gonna do one more good one. I said that before, but Ave Marie. Oh. Wait. Shit. Fuck. I think this is Spain. Except for those trees. I don't know if Spain has those trees. I've watched enough videos in Spanish class teaching me about other cultures to know what Spain looks like, and I can't tell if this is it or not. They have brick roads. Madrid. That guy. Oh shit. I really want to guess Madrid. I saw Spanish, but shit. Small license plates. This is not Madrid. This is not Madrid. I just guess. I don't know what city this is. Mexico City. I'm not gonna get Mexico City again, so. And this is not Portuguese, so it wouldn't be there. I don't know any rich places that speak Spanish. So if we go, so let's find a place with a lot of roads. So that's Mexico City. Pueblo. Peru? Oh, Argentina, I think. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Europe. Yeah. White person. Black person. Or not white. I don't know what that was. Lotto. I think that was an accent mark. I think that's an accent mark. Graffiti. Oh shit. What the fuck is that black thing on this one? Oh shit, that actually is some good graffiti. Sizikula Dakashula. Is this Turkey? I know I keep saying Turkey, but I'm gonna guess Baltics. It's over there or somewhere right there. Oh shit, Hungary. Nah, I knew the region. Japan. But where in Japan? Yeah, they got the see-through umbrellas. That's Japan. I don't think this is Tokyo, but I'm gonna guess Tokyo because it's the only place in Japan that I really... No, I know Osaka, and I know Hiroshima, and Fukuoka, and Kobe, and... But, I don't know. Like, where is Fukuoka, or... Okayama? There's Okayama, there's Kochi. Let's see if I can find it. Like, this is all Japanese, so it's gonna be very difficult for me to figure out if I'm just gonna go Tokyo. Yeah. I'm done. So, 3 a.m. Almost 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. So, I guess this wasn't the Bible episode as much as I thought it would, because I kind of got bored. But yeah, farewell, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, adios, aloha. Auf Wiedersehen. Let me think. What's the Spanish one? Germany is Auf Wiedersehen. Gesundheit is God bless you. Farewell is English. Obviously. Halt is actually a German word. So when they say it in Game of Thrones, it doesn't make any sense why they would be saying halt, because no one speaks German in Game of Thrones. But, you know, that's a story for another day. Ugh. Comment below if you know what the Spanish one is. Not adios, but the other one. Like the longer word that means I'll see you again, or I'll see you soon. Let me look it up. Cause now I gotta know what it is. When we meet again? No. Bye. Shit. Hasta la vista. It's hasta la vista. Okay. Adieu, Auf Wiedersehen, hasta la vista, farewell, until we meet again. Goodbye, Sam Podcast. Episode 19, I think, or 20. Until next time.